Last night here, just across the way from our position at LaVell Edwards Stadium in the Cougar Room, Jimmer Fredette and a solid class were inducted into the BYU Athletic Hall of Fame. Jimmer's here with us, Hall of Famer. How's that feel?
It feels pretty good. I won't lie. That you don't think about that when you first come to a school that you're going to become a Hall of Famer, and to have that happen last night was incredible.
When you think of the Peyton Wilgar story we just saw and the amazing stories with these student athletes, and the three of you were student athletes here, there is so much to these young men and young women outside of the helmet or the jersey they put on.
Exactly. I mean, that's an incredible story. Peyton is an awesome kid, and I'm super excited for him. We were talking a little bit offset about how, he was a walk-on. To be able to be in the position he is, that's just straight hard work and having a killer instinct, having an amazing mentality. That's something that you can't teach. So it's incredible to see his story on and off the field. I'm excited to see him tonight. All of these student athletes are continuing to grow and continuing to get better on and off the field, trying to figure things out with all the stuff they have going on now besides just football. So it's fun to see.
Well, now they say, now that you're in the Hall of Fame, that means one thing: you're getting old, just like the three of us.
Gracious, I know.
Jimmer's young to be in the Hall of Fame.
I know.
You usually have to be retired and all that, but Jimmer,
They said they had to wait 10 years, and as soon as they got to the 10-year mark, Brian's like, and Tom called me up. He said, "It's been 10 years. You're ready to go in." I was like, "Hey, let's do it." So I was excited.
I can't believe it's 10 years. Seems like a blur, doesn't it? In our last segment, I referenced the play that you made in the game that I called, where you made that half-court shot to get 33 in the first half up at the Huntsman Center against University of Utah. Big play in the big moment, and you just walked off.
Yeah.
Now, you saw Tyler Algiers play against Arizona State.
Yep.
Big players make big plays in the moment. What's your thought about Tyler Algiers? He's a former walk-on playing big time.
100%. He was in the moment, and I think that's the biggest thing is, like, when you're playing and you're kind of in that zone and you see something happen, it's just instinct for him. Obviously, he was a defensive player coming in, so he has a little bit of that experience. He's like, I'm getting this guy, and I have a chance to strip it. He was thinking that as soon as he saw him run down the sideline. That's the type of instinct that these players have. When you're a great player in a great moment, you're going to go out and just do great things. And it was so exciting to see that, and then to be able to go and punch points in afterwards was incredible. So, great moment for him and for our team to be able to stay undefeated and keep moving forward.
So we were talking, Jimmer, just a second ago that you've been to 3 BYU football games this season. You were in Arizona.
Yep.
You were here a couple weeks ago for Utah. Now tonight.
Oh yeah.
The Utah environment was electric. Arizona State, we were talking about, was probably one of the most electric environments I've ever been a part of here in LES. But I go back to, I was at your game when you played Kawhi Leonard, when both of you were top 10 in the nation, top 5.
Yep.
And that place, the Mary Center, was rocking. I mean, talk about what it was like playing in front of the BYU fans, the rock, everything, the atmosphere as a whole.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, back when we were there, we didn't have a game that wasn't sold out my senior year. People were camping outside and just for days. I mean, I met a few kids the other day that were like, we were the first people in line every day. That was our tent in the very front doing that. So it's incredible. I mean, the rock is unbelievable. They were yelling the whole game. You literally could feel the building shake when you were playing. And even when I was playing, I don't really notice noise most of the time. But during some of those games, I was like, wow, that's loud. You know what I mean? I can't hear anything. It's just.
I just remember when a free throw was made, the crowd erupted like it was a game winner. I mean, it was electric from start to finish. And frankly, that's something we've seen throughout the last few weeks here at LES as well.
What's been impressive is your staying power. You're just as popular today as you were when you were suiting up. And I interviewed President Samuelson the other night, and he said what made Jimmer to so many people was you were such a likable guy and a relatable guy, even though you were a rock star here on campus.
Well, I think I just look like everybody. I'm very, very normal looking. I mean, I'm just, here, just a normal looking guy. And I think a lot of it had to do with my mom just giving me the name Jimmer. It's so unique, you know what I mean? People are always like, Jimmer, that's, what is that? I'm like, it's just Jim with a couple M's and an E-R in the end. It's not crazy, but people know me by that name. She did a great job of branding right from the get-go, but I think they loved our team, and if we weren't winning, people wouldn't know who I was. So I think it was a lot to do with the team and how successful we were as a group.
COVID had a big impact on professional basketball the last couple of years, and it infected you and a lot of folks, right? So now we're not completely on the other side of this, but it seems like the professional leagues have figured out a way to play. What's your future looking like in professional basketball as we go forward?
Yeah, that most of the leagues have. I know China, Shanghai wanted me to come back. You know, and I was gone 7 months last year, didn't get to see the family at all, and that was difficult for me. So I've kind of taken a little step back and said, you know, I'm not going to go over in the beginning of the season, but you know, hopefully towards mid-season or something that I'll be able to go back over and play. They want me back, and I love playing in Shanghai, I love playing in China, but they are going to do a bubble again, and I can't sign up for 7 months again away from the family knowingly, you know, so we'll see. I'm in a good spot. I'm happy with where I am right now. I'll be somewhere playing at the end of this, you know, at the end of this year, no problem. But you know, just kind of enjoying my time for a little bit, seeing a little more BYU football than I ever have, which has been really good.
One last future question for you, and we'll let you go. BYU and the Big 12. What does that mean for basketball?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for that. I mean, if I was playing here, I would be so pumped right now. Like, you're going to, you know, you're going to Kansas, and then you're going to Baylor, and then you're going to West Virginia, and then you're going to Kansas State. I mean, it's incredible. Even the guys came in, Houston and you know, Cincinnati. These guys, they're great basketball schools with legacies. It's going to be a difficult transition at first. So guys just got to be mentally prepared, knowing that there's no easy games at all. Every game you play is going to be difficult, and that makes it fun though. That makes it so fun. I know Coach Pope is pumped about it, and everybody's excited. So I can't wait to go watch some of those games and see some of those atmospheres.
Brian Banks, Gabe Merrill, Amy Menlove-Otis, Kerry Summerhays-Roberts, current golf coach, and Jimmer Fredette in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys having me on. This is awesome.
Enjoy the football game tonight.
Oh, I will.